Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. How the hell are you? It's good to see you all out there. Hello, Roseanne Mossman, Tiffany Aldridge, keeper of the list. News Now. Let's see. I see Uncle Artie and Jason R. How's everybody doing this fine, wonderful night? Got a special guest running with me tonight. Say hello to APIC Programmer. How you doing tonight, APIC?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing great.
So I'm sorry that we had one and had to cancel it. Everything that could go wrong this evening seemingly has, but we finally made it, and we're out and we're live with you tonight. So hopefully everybody's having a great Thursday.
I left North Carolina at 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday morning, and just now getting settled in. So it has been a long trip, but we're here and we're having fun.
You ever drive so long it feels like your ass rooted in and you need a shovel to dig out when you stop to get coffee? Because I've had that problem a time or two. No wonder I'm so damn short, you know?
I went completely stiff. I sat so long in one position. Jeez.
Hey, Penny Press, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there, dear heart. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Hey, and there's Blingy Deb. How you doing, Deb? Good to see you too. Hi, howdy, and hello. Penny Press is the one that went to the museum with me that day.
Oh, okay.
She got her own channel where she does like the history of Ironton and some of the interesting things about the area, graveyards, all kinds of fun stuff on there.
Cool.
She gets a lot more into the... Penny Press said, welcome to Ironton, APIC.
Well, thank you very much.
She gets a lot more into the history and some of the history and mysteries of Ironton than I do.
Hey, Bert.
Vert, the Fur, how are you doing tonight, Vert? Good to see you out there.
No, they had to put the city streets back down just so I could ride on it. I told them.
Had to roll the streets back out for APIC tonight.
Uncle Artie.
How you doing tonight, Uncle Artie? Good to see you out there, sir. I've been off of YouTube for a while. I haven't gotten on much.
Done some?
Had to take a break. You ever just get too much tubage and have to quit for a while?
Yeah.
Unplug?
Yeah. I've been in computers since I was 9, and I'm going to unplug for years.
Bill 187, how you doing, Bill? He said downtown was blocked earlier. They had a block blocked off there. They had a live band out by Patty's and Pints. I drove by there at one point earlier, and there was like 30 people out there, and I come back about 20 minutes later, and there's like 5 left, so I don't know if the band wasn't any good or if they were done, but there you go. If you look right here to your left, that house right there is Eugene's.
Oh, okay.
I won't read out the address necessarily, but I usually turn left here and go back in the alley back behind the place there. So.
Due to everything going wrong today, I didn't get here in time. I was going to beat on his door and tell him it was the police.
Like, open up, it's the police.
Yeah. Have a little fun with him.
Drop your cock and grab your socks, son. It's time to go to jail. Well, he shouldn't have any problem with that. He's been there so much, it ought to be like going home. Just saying. Don't you love it when people drive down the street and throw their trash out in the middle of it?
Oh, no. That is...
Makes me want to pick it up, find them, and give it back to them. Throw it back in their window. 65, CJ5. How you doing tonight, 65? Good to see you out there, sir. I hope you're having a good night. Or probably a good day, since he's over in Australia. I'm pretty sure they're about 12 hours difference from us, something like that. He's probably enjoying the afternoon over there.
Yeah.
So now you see my point of view and how I read the chat.
I see it.
It's not the easiest thing to do, but I manage usually. I try to.
I would find that hard to do while driving.
It can be. Right now there's only 15 of them out there, but when it gets around, 35, 40 people and everybody's chatting, it can be challenging at times.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I read fast and have a big mouth, I reckon. I'm going to stop up here and go to the restroom. I cup of coffee I drink's already hit the mark now. I think I have a straight pipe from my throat straight out. It don't take long. Let's just say I'm well hydrated. This probably looks familiar. You're used to seeing it on camera. But
yes, I am. It is,
welcome to Coal Grove. The other place I usually go is closed. They close at 10 on Thursdays. You going to stay here? You coming in? Or
I'll stay here. I'm constitutional, Terry.
I'm going to leave you all with APIC here. I'll be right back, guys.
Terry isn't doing this on his own. We know Della kicked him out.
Yeah, Della probably wishes she could.
Hey, Fubar, how's it going? Good to see you out there. What you cooking, Fubar?
You too, thank
you. All right. Good night, Fubar. We'll see you again.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to leave you alone too long. Hey, Fubar on patrol. How the hell you doing tonight, sir? He's probably running live himself.
Where's my better half, Bert? She's over in where is she?
Near Zanesville.
Zanesville. That's the one. It keeps slipping out of my mind. She's at up in Zanesville, about 2 hours.
About 2.5 or 3 hours from where we're currently at. They're a little bit north of here. Of course, they'd have to be north if they're still in Ohio for sure. Can't get much further south unless you're sitting in the river.
My sister's up there, so we're going to go up there tomorrow and hang out with them a little bit and go to church on Sunday, and then I got to head back.
Dragon Classy Diamond Art, hey, howdy, and hello to you. It's good to see you out there, dear. I hope you're having a good Thursday night. Well, actually, I guess it's Friday morning now since it's 1 a.m. technically.
Everybody remember to hit the like button. You know, hit the like button.
Oh, hell, don't be chilling it up now. We don't have, buttons sound more like, well, I ain't going to say what it sounds like, but it definitely ain't what I like. I can tell you that.
No way. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. If you can spare the few bucks, hit the join.
And if you can't, hell, send it Cashapp. We don't give a damn. Make checks payable to cash. We're good with that too.
Yep.
Amen, hallelujah, and all that fun stuff. Send me your money.
Send a goat. We don't care. We sell them.
That's right. Send a dozen eggs. We eat them too.
Yep.
We don't mind a bit. We'll work for food. It's not a problem.
Send the chicken. CJ, it's APIC Programmer. That's who's riding the shotgun here today.
Absolutely, 65. That's, if you remember, APIC Programmer and Orange Cones is his wife from the chat. Some of them out there probably know Cones a little bit better than you, since they're in. She's almost always in there.
She's always in there, and she's very active. And
you must have wore out today. She's probably asleep by now.
Oh, she is. I called her and woke her up, and she was like, "I'm going back to sleep." I'm like, okay.
Yes, Bill 187. I believe I did. Try that. Try it with the VIL and see what happens. I believe I put that in there, sir. Try ! VIL. I think that'll do it.
A frauditor's religion is
frauditology. They are frauditologists. That's almost hard to say, isn't it?
That is very hard to say. Save Charlie Bear.
There it is. That's what Bill wanted in under his command, so that's what I put in.
That works. That works.
I seen Fubar use Nightbot. I figured I'd get it, and then I seen how annoying it was, so I turned all his shit off, and now he can just make jokes. So we just use them for fun.
We'll beg for boobs. Too lazy to work for them.
Right? I got that problem too, Artie. If you got to work for them, they ain't worth having, man. You can't get them for free. Just saying.
Just need a mouthful, 2 handfuls, and enough left over to go in between.
The hell, I'm hard up. I don't even need that much. It's not all that necessary. I could probably function on half a boob under the right circumstances.
Now you know what, Roseanne, that's not too far from the truth. He's
Now that you've seen me in person, I really am as small as I said, aren't I? Oh, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm almost the same size as a good popcorn fart.
I tell you what, his feet wouldn't touch the ground if he was sitting on Tic Tac.
When I sit down on a regular couch, I can kick my feet like a little kid. They won't even touch the floor. Teachers are like, why do you always slouch? Because my feet won't reach the floor to keep going to sleep. I got to. Keep the blood flowing. Hashtag prison for Cholita.
Hashtag PLF.
Poor little
feller.
Poor little feller. What a disgrace to everybody that's ever had much to do with that poor little fella.
Well, you know what, though? With all that, and then he's in this court case, and the dumbass that is having his help never even signed up for electronic filing. So Chili goes in and electronically files his court case, but he didn't sign up for it, so the court knows it's bullshit. And then he just copy-pasted a template from his other case right in there. What a dumbass.
Well, he's not very bright.
No.
No one accused him of being very smart except for him. He's the only one that thinks he's that bright.
Yeah, I mean, he's convinced he's the brightest one in the bunch.
I'm not even sure how he managed to convince himself. He ain't very convincing, but, you know. I mean, it only took me like a week and a half to figure out he's full of shit. Now, it did take me that long, because for a minute I bit, but, you know. Hey, Roseanne, I believe it's just an exclamation point in your name, if I'm not mistaken. And since you're here, I guess we might as well go ahead and make our trip across the bridge and make sure that poor little fella ain't over here waiting on us. We don't want him to have to wait very long. I want to slap the taste out of his mouth for sure. So if he's over here, I want to make sure I get that opportunity. And I know y'all would like to see it on camera.
The Purple Bridge, are we headed over?
We are.
All right.
That's one of Roseanne's favorite things, is that bridge. We even did a birthday stream for her.
Yeah, I did 2 or 3 bridges today, and I know they have one where they have a blue bridge and then a green bridge side by side. I don't know where the hell that is, but
that's right up there in Ashland, actually.
We passed over that. Saw that.
It's the next set of bridges up. Does that say Griffey? Am I seeing that right?
Where?
Griffey or Griffle? I can't really see it. I think it says Griffey. Hello and hi and howdy to you. It says, so what are we going to see? Right now, all you're seeing is a bridge, man.
The blue bridge between Ohio and Kentucky.
Chances are you won't get to see a whole lot on this channel. Although we do try to find the cop stops, I can't promise you that they're going to happen because they usually don't. It's a very small town and we just don't get that many, so. But if we happen to run across some flashing lights, you'll see them when we do, I guarantee it. Jack, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. Thanks for being here. I sure do appreciate it.
Roseanne, that's awesome.
Yeah, she'd mentioned it was her birthday, so I decided to get out and do a stream dedicated to her birthday, so we did that.
Well, you can only have so many 21st birthdays in a row.
Right. Well, you know, when you're 42, you've had at least 2 of them, right?
That's right.
If not, you should have.
That's right.
If not, maybe you just need to learn to recount. If you only count at 21 years at a time, you should have several of them before you're done, right?
That's it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no chili.
Nah, he ain't going to be over here. He's a bit of a coward, in case you hadn't noticed. He's just a bit of a coward. I mean, he's scared of my tiny little ass. You know?
Yeah.
Which he should be. Because I'll climb up one side and walk back down the other, but that's a whole nother ball of wax right there.
It's totally different.
That's why he'll never come back to Ironton. It's not the warrant he's afraid of. It's Ironton Auditor. He knows I'm going to warm his cheeks for him. I'm literally going to open him, bitch smack him until he lays down in front of me and cries. On camera. Mine and his.
There you go.
If I can manage, once I'm done with that, I'm going to bend him over my knee and bust his ass for him and do for him what his daddy never did, teach him some little bit of respect for the world.
You have to go dark. Gotta go dark.
Yeah, well, his camera might go dark, but mine won't.
Hey,
I guarantee it.
How you doing? And then Jamie Pimentel.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing tonight? And Dark Watch, sir, how you doing, sir? Good to see you out there. Hope everybody's having a good night. I think that is Pimentel. Don't swear to it, because my hillbilly tongue has a bad time trying to pronounce some names, but see, our courthouse over there's got blue on it too. You can see it shining up out of the darkness over there.
Yes. Okay.
That's the Lawrence County Courthouse. That's the thing that a lot of people had mistaken, Chili included. 90% of the terrible stories that he heard while he was here, most of it was involving the sheriff's department and not Ironton Police Department anyway. You know, and a lot of people talk about the Ironton jail, but Ironton doesn't have a jail. The county does. Ironton has to take you to the Lawrence County Jail. Once you're in there, they don't have any control. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you're in the hands of the deputies. So if you got horror stories about the jail, you can't necessarily blame that on the city of Ironton, although people try.
Yeah.
So it took me quite a bit to explain to them that not only do we have the Ironton Police Department, our county seat is here too. So therefore we have the county sheriff and all them here as well. Two completely separate law enforcement agencies. Do they work together? Absolutely. But that doesn't make one responsible for the other's actions. At least not typically. You know, there may be some of those situations, but and my only bad experience with a law enforcement officer was one of those deputies. I've mentioned him a few times. You know who you are too, don't you, fucker? You know who you are. You know that I know who the fuck you are, and you'll never come out to Pedro and try that shit again, will you? Now that we got that out of the way. Hello, Rusty. Old timer, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there, sir. Now, he's got jokes. I like him. He's always got some funny shit to say. Generally does, anyway.
Hey, Rusty, it's APIC Programmer.
Got APIC Programmer riding shotgun tonight, all the way up from North Carolina to spend the evening with the Ironton Auditor.
You know, that truck needed about 2 more lights.
If it had only had 2 more, I wouldn't be able to see a damn thing there. You know?
Jeez. You know, these streets look familiar.
I would say that they would for 2 reasons. 1, you've been here before, and 2, you certainly seen them on my camera. At least we're back into the warm weather. I ain't got to wear the battery-powered vest or anything. You know, I don't have to dress up like it's cold. I hate that.
Yeah.
Being all hemmed up and all that thick clothing. Because I wear a bunch of it because I'm, you know, my blood's about as thin as a cup of water. It can be 80 degrees outside, and if a housefly flies past me and the wind off its wings hits me, it chills me to the bone. I'm going to be one of them little old men that's got to have it 200 degrees in the house before I can be comfortable. And of course, I marry a woman who wants the air conditioner set on like 60.
Isn't it funny? We always get the opposite on that.
I got icicles hanging off my nose.
Yep.
Dark Watch is talking to you there, ain't big.
I missed it. Hang on.
He said it's good to see you made it to something. I can't see it. What's it say? Hooverville. You talking about it sucking that bad like a Hoover? That's pretty bad.
Hello, Heidi.
Heidi, Franco Sidecheck. How you doing tonight? Heidi, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello.
Yeah, we made it all the way to Zanesville, and we drove here first, and then we drove up to Zanesville. Got to see my sister for a few minutes, then I drove back down. I'm going to spend the night over in Kentucky somewhere.
Grayson.
Too many miles from where I thought I was. My wife picked that out.
We'll blame her anyway. Even if she hadn't, we'd have blamed her anyway. She's not here to defend herself.
That's
Why
right.
wouldn't we?
Everybody remember to blame Orange Cones for the hotel placement.
But it's not only in a different state, quite a few cities out there.
Yeah.
So you got to drive through 15 burgs to get there.
Yeah. But, yeah, I can't stay out too late tonight because I got to get some rest. I've been driving since 1 a.m. yesterday.
And at some point tomorrow, you got to get back in and drive another 2 or 3 hours to get.
It's officially 24 hours straight, which is not bad. I think I fell asleep on the way for a half hour in the car.
Why did the old man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Rusty, I thought it was funny anyway.
Yeah. Roseanne, she is not in chat because she drove most of that 24 hours, so she is tuckered out. And so she is still in Zanesville, and she is sleeping.
I think she was just waiting on my text to make sure you made it here all right, and then she was good.
Yep.
But she said, I told him to tell me, but he'll probably forget. I said, I won't forget. I'll let you know as soon as I lay eyes on him. And as soon as we had started over toward there, I'd sent her a text and told her that you'd made it here and we was headed over to your hotel.
What's happening in Irontown that filled all the hotels? Oh,
nothing filled all the hotels. It's just that everything else emptied his pockets and he couldn't afford one of them expensive hotels in Irontown. So he had to get a cheaper place outside of here.
Well, we called the Ironton Super 8 Hotel.
There isn't a Super 8 in Ironton.
Well, the closest one. And they told me, well, there was something here. I don't know what it was called.
There's a couple different hotels, but they're hotels. They're not motels.
Right.
They're the actual.
They wanted $179 for one night, and I laughed. And I laughed again. My sides were splitting. It hurts to laugh that much. Hello.
Hey, Blanche. How you doing, Blanche? Good to see you, dear heart.
And after I got done, laughing at $179 for a single night, yeah, we shopped around and found something I could afford.
Hey, Blanche, we didn't actually leave Eugene at home. He's actually at work. He took a security job, and he's working midnight to 8 a.m. So he wouldn't have been able to ride with us anyway, even if he wanted to. But I think I know where he's working. As long as he's over there tonight, I'll drive over there at some point, and we might get a quick peek at him if we can. At least maybe you can speak to him, even if I can't get him on camera. He's got to work, and I don't want to get the camera. I don't want to fuck all that up for him. But,
yeah, we don't want to get him in too much trouble.
Yeah, I just want to get him in mild trouble. I don't want to get him fired or anything. I just want to get his ass chewed or something. Rusty Old Timer said, just pay Terry $25 and he'll put you up. Well, it would have cost him $225, and he's got to sleep outside with the dog. But he'd have had to sleep with Della because that's the only bed in the house. Man, I live in a very small place. He'll see that tomorrow. One of them places you got to walk outside to change your mind.
Artie says he'd sleep in his car at that price.
Right?
Hell yeah.
He probably would have slept in his car if his ass wasn't already rooted in.
Yeah.
Probably happy to get out. He probably slept on the parking lot just not to have to sleep in that seat.
That car. Yep.
It's anything like this, when you get stuck in that position, it's not very, very comfortable, is it?
Yeah, no, it isn't. The Mazda 5 is a very spacious vehicle. It's actually very comfortable as a vehicle goes, but after 18 hours in it, you're like, I don't care how comfortable it is. It's not that comfortable.
Right. Well, what's the difference between that one and this one? Because I'm quite sure this one's built a little bit less comfortable than that one would be my guess. Well, this one's definitely not made for that many hours on the road.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do 18 hours with this.
Shit, man, I've done 10 hours just doing this. I drove out to Virginia, out to Sovereign Souls once, and that was about 7 hours straight drive, 6.5, something like that, out to Virginia.
I would just say that that's because you're crazy. Oh, wait, you knew that.
She said, with Della and my pups, the bed is full. You're right, Roseanne.
Amen.
The bed's usually full with Della. She's the tiniest woman, but she can take up a whole bed when she wants to. Don't think that she can't.
Well, you know, all jokes aside, we have a Siamese cat. She's, she's 10, 11 years old now, but, you know, they don't weigh but 7, 8 pounds. How in the hell can an 8-pound cat fill an entire queen-size bed? But she can do it. Son of a gun. She gets her mindset to it. She just lays out. There's no room for anyone else.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a tiny guy. I don't take up much room. I take up about as much room as a Siamese cat. That's especially if I lay on my side, because I definitely ain't that thick. So that, you know, I just don't take up any room.
We have a bed at the foot of the bed has a second channel.
Yeah, he's automatically programmed to say certain things. He says them every so often. That's one of them.
My 2 cats are 25 pounds each. Wow.
25-pound dog.
It's 95 degrees where?
Phoenix.
Of
course it is. It's friggin' Phoenix.
You know, Phoenix is the only place I've ever been where my air conditioner broke more often from the hot weather, which is exactly why you need the stupid air conditioner. And I had a record number of days over 113 when I finally said uncle and just left.
There's Justin B. How you doing tonight, Justin? Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Justin.
He said, oh no, Terry's alive. Ah! Right? I had the same problem when I woke up this morning, sir. I had to get up and do this shit again today.
Artie says you're almost as tall as an Oompa Loompa.
I almost. Chili is the exact Oompa Loompa size. I'm right under Oompa Loompa.
Atheists are more likely to own cats than Christians because owning Christians isn't legal.
Right? I would agree. I think he's right about that. It's kind of frowned on in most places.
Hey, Jeebus, it's APIC Programmer. How are you?
Hey, Jeebus, Chris, how you doing? Good to see you, sir. Hope you and Sarah are doing good out there. That's one of my chat members from North Carolina tonight, APIC Programmer. I would show you his face, but I think he's about as pretty as I am. got a face made for radio, too.
I do. I have a face made for radio and a voice made for silent movies.
Well, now everybody generally likes my voice. I just wish I had the face to match, you know. I've got that big, deep man voice, and when you hear it, you're thinking this big, 6 foot tall, 250-pound guy, and you see this 5 foot 4, 140-pound guy, you're thinking this can't be coming from that guy.
Mom was born in Robbinsville. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where that is because I hate North Carolina.
I hate North Carolina.
I've been in Durham. I've been in Morrisville. I've been in Durham. I've been in Raleigh.
Hey, Amy, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. I hope you and yours are doing good tonight.
In a tiny little town called Wilson. Should have called it wilted. Shit hasn't got anything left. When tobacco died, the whole town picked up and left. But me, I was stupid enough to buy a house there, so I'm stuck for a minute. But yeah, North Carolina is something.
Jeebus said he pulled a long one. Hell, don't pull on it so hard, sir. Just leave it lay there, man. That's what I'm thinking.
Hello, Amy Jow.
Yep, that's Amy. He's asking if you ever been to Blowing Rock. Never heard of Blowing Rock.
Jeebus, I don't do much blowing, but no, I never heard of it.
Or at least not that he's willing to admit to us tonight, anyway.
If anybody wants to play Powerball in Phoenix, $125 billion. So maybe we should just suggest that. Yeah, I'll stay out of that one.
He said it's at the top of Grandfather Mountain. That's what Jeebus was saying.
Okay.
Blowing Rock, I guess.
Never heard of it.
You got Blowing Rock, and then down at the valley, you got Sucking Shit, at the bottom of that mountain. That sounds weird, though, Blowing Rock. Hello, Jason. Good to see you, sir.
Larry, the cable guy? Lives in Florida, huh?
Jason, the guest star tonight, is APIC programmer. Orange Cones from the chat's husband. If you don't know who he is, you do now. And you are welcome. You have been educated, sir.
Nakoti!
Hey,
Welcome.
Nakoti. How you doing tonight? She said you just went out a little while ago. Well, I've been trying to go live all evening, but everything just kind of went against us, and we finally managed to get everything together and get it done. Yeah. My plan was to go live at about 10, and I realized he wasn't going to be here at 10, so I changed it to 10:30, and then I realized he probably wasn't going to be here till almost midnight, so I canceled it, and then finally he made it, and here we are.
Yep, it was interesting. No, Jason, I am from North Carolina. I traveled all the way up here to see my sister and to hang out with Terry.
Came to ride with the Ironton Auditor.
You betcha.
Since I'm the only one, I guess.
That's it.
Well, we have been on third, but I don't know if he's got room on his electric bike to haul a passenger or not. I haven't seen him out in a while. I don't know if he's still getting out or not.
It's been like a month since I saw him on the stream when you were at a stop and he stopped to talk to you.
Well, hell, that's been more than a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his own channel, does his own lives. I just haven't seen him on there in a while. I don't know if I'm not getting the notifications or if he just hasn't been live. I don't know. I mean, he's got a little girl.
Justin B.
He's got a little girl and stuff, so he's got his own life and shit going on. So I don't.
Well, that and as much as some in their own mind think they're YouTube star individuals may have portrayed this to be the Wild West of bad cops. There's just not a lot hopping off.
Well, how many cars have you seen since we've been out here?
Yeah.
Including cop cars. 0, right?
Right.
You just don't see nothing. This is
a quiet town, and people go to bed and get up and go to work.
Right.
They're not out creeping through the night, kicking down doors.
Well, the ones that are out creeping ain't out really doing anything. They're just walking around. They ain't causing no problems. That's why you don't see the red and blue lights much.
Yeah. And it may not be New York City. It's a little run down, but it certainly is not the crime pit that somebody tried to make it out.
How you liking some of these new pavements they put in, the new patches?
Yeah, I see that. They've got at least 6 less potholes.
At least. My suspension is a whole shit ton happier, I can tell you that.
Hey, Bert, we'll see you soon. cakes. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Bert, thanks for being here. You have a good night, dear. Thanks for being here and saying hello. It's always appreciated, and it's been good to see you.
And Heidi, we'll see you when you get back.
Heidi leaving too?
She says she'll be right back.
Well, then I guess we'll see her when she gets back.
Yeah, Nicody, that's true. I think, it's, I don't know. You reach an equilibrium point where your economic growth is limited by your people. Right now, if I were Amazon and I was coming here, I would have to look at the employment pool to determine whether or not I wanted to open here or the next big city over, Columbus or, Wheelersburg or whatever. You really have to take a look at, where your employment pool is going to give you the largest return. And so towns like this, once they've reached a certain point, it's very hard to re-energize them with new opportunities for investment, because companies see more of a risk than they see a return. It really has to be something that grassroots from this town that is successful in this town before it builds up to a point economically where it begins to look attractive to outside companies.
There's two that are definitely too goddamn young to be out here this late.
Yeah.
Just Clay. Like they're about 12 years old, a little young to be out past curfew.
Well, yeah, I don't think Amazon's a good example, but they are an example. They're always looking for a nice place to put a giant warehouse of underpaid people and a lot of robots. Because robots are great for the economy.
Justin said he can't see what he says. He's been having shit. So I've been having an interesting night. Where'd it go? With an old friend. Can't believe SSUM is still on that flat earth kick. Well, he'll always be on that flat earth kick because he lives on the flat earth. He's never going to stop that. Which I don't mind. It's just I wish we could occasionally talk about something different. That would be great.
Well,
I really love the Tuesday show we used to do, the Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, where we'd talk about different conspiracy theories, but we always ended up back at that one, no matter how we tried to do it.
Well, I'll put it this way. I know the earth is round. I know that because in school they wrote it in a school book and told it to us, just like they at one point in time.
That's one reason not to fucking believe it. I can tell you that.
Wait a minute. At one point in time, they wrote down in the school book the earth was flat. They taught that to all the kids.
Right.
Everybody believed it. And they came along and said it's round. Now, I know that in 20 years they'll discover it's actually square. And that'll be in the school books.
Well,
Then
in another 20, it might be a triangle.
It could
I
be
guess
triangle.
We'll see how it works out.
But I don't really give a crap what shape the earth is. How about we just take care of it and live on it and be, good to each other, and then it doesn't matter what shape it is.
Well, because you got too many people out. See, people are worried about this zombie apocalypse coming. They don't realize that it already happened, that they are the fucking zombies. They haven't woke up yet. They are literally the living fucking dead walking around. They're all fucking brain dead, but they're still going through the motions.
Well, we were talking earlier, my favorite one today is a guy was walking around asking questions of people that are, in college at UCLA. They've already graduated high school. You can't get into college unless you have. And so they're in college. They're at least in their freshman year. And they asked them 3 wonderful questions for these college students. The first question was 2 times 2 times 1. How much is that? And the answers varied between 2 and 3. I don't know, but 2 times 2 has been 4 ever since they wrote it the first time in the book.
4 times 1 is still 4.
4 times 1 is 4. But they guessed 2 and they guessed 3. Okay. So the second question was, the East Coast has what ocean? And everybody said Pacific. Well, that's kind of wrong.
When you don't know left from right, you damn sure don't know east from west.
So they asked the one little girl, they said, well, where are you from? She says, oh, I was born and raised in New York City. Now, how can you be born in New York City and not know that that's the Atlantic Ocean? But she didn't know. And the last question was, what is the capital of the United States? And the answer was, the United States doesn't have a capital. Duh. And then they asked them who were the three Kardashians, and they named every one of them.
Of course
Got
they did.
it perfect.
Of course they did.
And then they said the bonus question is who's the brother? And they named that guy.
They could have probably said something real hard like Jerry Springer, season 3, episode 2. Who starred in it? They'd be able to tell you every fucking guest that was on there. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. But they can't add, subtract, multiply, divide. They don't know geography, and
well, it's because they don't teach that on TV. That's why.
And they don't know United States history.
Now, if they had Kim Kardashian teaching that shit, I bet everybody would know 2 times 2 plus 1 is, you know?
There you go.
Fix it right up.
Did you see the message, WNN, about a body cam footage? Uh-oh. No, I'll have to scroll back.
He's asking me, did I get a message? No, I did not get a message from him.
He's interested in seeing if Chili was crying all the way to Iron.
Well, if there is some body cam, you wouldn't be able to see Chili in the back seat with it anyway. But I will ask, and I will see if there is any footage of that. I assume there was, but they only keep that shit for about 6 months. And if they don't need it, they'll get rid of it. So I will ask, and we'll see if that's still available.
Rusty, you have a great night, and thank you for joining us.
And Roseanne, I missed those chats too, and I had a great time on that Tuesday show. As a matter of fact, had a great time going to Point Pleasant with David to do the whole Mothman thing. As a matter of fact, had a great time doing that. Spent a few days out there at his house with him and Naughty Hippo. Had a wonderful time. It's just that, you know, the channel itself has just become kind of like a flat earth bitch session, and I just don't enjoy it, so I don't go. And it's not that I don't like David. I just don't like the shit that he talks about. If only we could talk about something else too, it'd be great.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's what he wants to do, and I'm not faulting him for it. I just don't want to be part of it anymore.
I mean, you know, if I had a channel, it would be about eating crayons, because that's the only goddamn thing I know. So I could run a channel about eating crayons, but after about the 9th session of watching me eat the crayons,
watch out, kitty cat.
My
you just
favorite
gonna stand there and stare at me or what?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Get the fuck out of the way, cat. Jesus Christ, you're not king of the jungle, motherfucker. You're just a cat. Get out of the way.
About the 3rd time I tell you that my favorite color of crayon is clear. It's my favorite flavor. You're gonna tune out. You know, if it's always the same.
Probably, because I've never heard of a clear crayon yet.
Well, you know, that's my favorite flavor.
What the hell does clear taste like? Let alone what I know what it looks like, because I've never seen one. I mean, but it does make me wonder what the fuck that tastes like. If you tell me it tastes like clear, I'm gonna throw you out of the car.
You know, it's kind of it's really hard to define.
It tastes a little transparent. How's that? It's
Yeah.
not exactly clear, but it's close.
It tastes like it looks. But you know, you have to have the content to you know, to have a good debate. Good debate brings in good people and differing opinions. If it's always the same opinion, then it becomes dated, and it does become tiring.
I don't mind a debate. What I don't want to have to sit and listen to is a goddamn argument with somebody screaming and losing their fucking mind over some silly shit. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind an actual debate. I just don't like the argument and the fight that it results in.
Right, but debate is good. What I'm saying is, if it's always the same, though, then it isn't good. It's always the same.
How many times do you have to hear the same two arguments before you quit giving a shit to hear them again?
Right.
I agree
exactly.
with you.
Yeah. And, I don't really give a shit what shape the earth is. I don't. What I care about is that people are good to each other, and that, they care, and they have a sense of community, and that we win this war where our government seems to think that we are, at war with them. And what they don't understand is they wouldn't be there without us. And they have lost sight of that.
Well, the only reason that there could ever be a war between us and them is when they decide they're the parent and we're the baby, because that's not how it is. And the reason that they have decided that's how it is because we haven't paddled that ass long enough. We need to jerk their diaper off and bust their little bare ass and tell them, hey, Daddy said you can't do that no more.
Yep.
But until we actually wake the fuck up and unite, that'll never fucking happen. Which probably means it'll never fucking happen, because those people out there are so goddamn dumb. They don't know the Pacific from the Atlantic either. They don't know the left from the right, let alone right from wrong.
Now, I will say, my opinion on the auditing community, it's a pack of vipers. They eat themselves, and that does not build that auditing community. And it is impossible for you to have a unified front with the police to get your message across, or with any of the government agencies to get your message across, as long as they can tune in and see us as a bunch of buffoons who eat each other over clicks and views.
Right.
When you're unified and that your focus is always putting the light on what they're doing wrong and putting the light on what they're doing right. Stand up and have the honest to God balls to say, hey, you did this right, and then have the same balls to say, hey, you did this wrong. But as long as it's, hey, I got more clicks and views, and I danced around in a piggy costume screaming, hey, piggy, 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 until they arrested me and slammed me on a car because I got clicks and views, man, shit, it's never going to work.
One night I tuned into Rogue Nation's channel, right? I just happened to see his live, so I tuned in. This has been quite a few months back. And they're all on there bitching. I think they were bitching at LIA. It may have been Bay Area Transparency, but one of them was getting bitched out by everybody else on the panel. San Joaquin's there, all the big names.
Yeah, that was LIA. He was getting his ass ripped.
Well, so one of them is, he says something and about his subscribers, and San Joaquin said, man, it ain't about the subscribers. And then less than 2 seconds later, starts fucking rambling, and I lost every single ounce of respect I ever had for that son of a bitch right there, because it became all about his subscribers and how many more he had. And then another guy shows up live taking a motherfucking shower. We watched this guy take a shower live and get ready and go to fucking bed right there live while they didn't even notice they were still bitching. They didn't even care. And I was wanting to have 2 or 3 of these guys on my panel. I had 2 or 3 of them picked out and even spoke to them. And at that moment, I realized that these bunch of crayon munchers, I don't even want anything to do with them. And I cannot believe that I included the name auditor in. No wonder people hate me just from reading the title of my channel. I can't blame them. They look at these guys and say, well, he must be like them.
Right. And the auditing community, there is a use for it. There's a place for it. But I think it's really taken a turn where it needs to kind of die and regrow. It really has, because...
Well, what we need are better... See, here's the problem. Most of the auditors, and not all, and I hate to broad brush, because I don't mean to do that. There are other people out there like me. There's got to be. But most of these guys are the ones that can't stay out of fucking trouble. And it's not that they really want to hold cops accountable. They just want to go out and be assholes.
And get paid.
Yeah, they want to go out and be pissed off at cops because they keep getting in trouble and getting arrested.
Right.
Well, maybe if you hadn't been arrested 15 times this year, they wouldn't have been so goddamn rough with you. They're probably tired of looking at your ass. That's just my opinion. Right? And we all kind of feel that way, although the auditors can't say that. I'm probably the only one of the bunch that'll be completely fucking honest with every one of you. If I was one of these cops, I'd slap one of them bitches around too. I'm just saying, because I'd get tired of their shit.
Yeah.
And there's no need for it. So until we get a better class of person to be auditor. All auditors ever going to mean is what people call frauditor. That's right. What we're going to have.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and I hate that.
Well,
but that's how it's turned out.
They've built that reputation in.
Oh yeah, they've done it to themselves.
It's been baked in, and at this point, that is what people see first and foremost. And I think that it can be done better. It can change, but it takes. Yeah, it was Long Island Audit, Jeebus.
Hey, there's you people. How you doing tonight, you people? And Sir Zeus Cyclone, good morning, sir. Good to see you out there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's.
I interrupt a lot, but I always talk to the chat.
Absolutely, chat's why we're here. It's
always
great people. But it's funny that Long Island Audit, what they were crying and bitching about was back when he first started one of his first audits. He was polite to the cops. Oh my God!
Oh, no wonder they were pissed.
How fucking dare you be polite? And he was a brand new auditor. He really didn't understand that, his rights were this or his rights were that. He didn't want to actually push the point to the point he ended up actually in jail.
Well, can you blame him? Who the hell really wants to go to jail?
Really wants to push that far?
Well, some of these guys are hoping for a lawsuit, so they want to go to jail. Me, I don't want to fucking go to jail. I don't want a payday that bad. I don't want to go.
Yeah, no.
If I can manage not to go to jail in a night, that's probably what I'm going to do. Whatever it takes not to have to go to jail.
And how much do you got to spend to do a lawsuit to win maybe what you spent?
I don't know. Maybe we could hire Chili to represent us and fill out a power of attorney and shit and let him take over our whole damn life. How about that?
Yeah, no shit. But we could get at least 3 laughs out of them for that. Jeez.
Well, I went and fixed one of the, Captain Chad, Chad Goo, the educator. I went and fixed it. He had a ball joint broke on his truck. Yep. And I found out he's trying to do it on a damn bottle jack, and it scared the shit out of me because you need a lot of, you're going to be prying and pushing a lot, trying to beat out the old ball joints and pressing the new ones and all that. And I said, man, you're going to hurt yourself. I got all the shit. I'll just come and do it. So I went and replaced his ball joint. Man, I caught nothing but hell from the entire auditing community because I dared to fix the cop's truck. Well, here's the thing. The mechanic doesn't give a fuck what your profession is. The mechanic fixes the broken fucking vehicle. Yeah. Right? And that wasn't to prove Chad Goo's integrity. It was to prove mine, and it did that. Not only to him, but everybody out there, whether they liked it or not. Yeah, I proved my integrity. So,
Miss D.
Hey, Miss D. How you doing tonight? Good to see you, dear.
Hello from APEC Programmer riding along tonight.
Miss D is from the music community.
Oh,
so, guys, if you don't know who Miss D is, you need to go check out her channel. If one of my mods can make sure that gets thrown out there, her channel link, I would appreciate it. Go check out Miss D. I think you'll like that. I always do.
Hey, what did you ever find out about mine when I checked out some lyrics there?
I haven't yet. I'm still working on that.
Okay.
Have to give me a little time.
Well, we can get Eugene to help me form it into a nice rap song.
I'm sure you could. If you want it to be a rap song. If you want it to be something different, that's more of what I had in mind because I fucking hate rap. I'll be honest. The only rap I do is on a fucking door to get somebody to open it.
Yeah, I think I would do better off with different kind of music. I think so.
I mean, I'm not knocking on anybody that likes rap. I'm just saying I absolutely hate it. It sounds like a monkey fucking a football, and I just don't like it. I'd rather put very long glass shards in my ears or jump off a very tall building, something like that. But
yeah, it looks like we're back to another Terry stop. This time I'm going to grab some coffee too.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to leave you right here, and we'll be right back in just a minute. Please roll up that window.
And it costs everyone in chat a nickel while we make the coffee stop. Please deposit your nickel in an email. All right. Be right back.
All right, guys, we're back with you. Oh, my goodness. And we are at 2 a.m. And as much as I hate to leave you all, I've got to take APIC back to his motel so he can get some sleep. And he's got an early rise and a lot of driving to do again tomorrow. I wish we would have had more time with you guys tonight, but unfortunately, we've had what we've had. So for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. I do want to let y'all know, of course, that I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for taking the ride with us. We absolutely appreciate it, guys. And for the moment and for the night, Ironton Auditor and APIC Programmer out. And we'll catch you all on the next run. Y'all have a good night.